guys, what's up? It's me, Joshua Russell, once again. Welcome back to my channel. I hope y'all doing well. I hope y'all having an awesome day today. And right now I'm going to be doing another video. This time I'm going to be doing my behind the scenes video on how I make my YouTube content. And I'm also going to be talking about my YouTube upload schedule. And if you're interested in the kind of content I'm going to be putting out for y'all and how I go about creating my videos, then stick around because I've got a lot to share. So with all that being said, let's get started. When it comes down to reviewing movies, I have to follow a structured process to make sure my reviews are well researched, entertaining, and informative. First, I need to pick out which movie I want to watch. I'm going to be reviewing classic films, modern blockbusters, underrated gems, and even some of the worst movies out there. After choosing a movie, I have to sit down and watch the film, making notes along the way about the story, the characters, the cast, the cinematography, the music, and overall impact. After I'm done watching a certain movie, I have to do my research on the film, looking into the behind-the-scenes details, director choices, production stories, and how the movie was received by critics and audiences. This helps add more depth to my review. After gathering my notes and research, I need to start editing the clips I'll be using, and because of copyright issues, I have to be careful about how I present the footage, so I'm going to be using both clips and images to illustrate my points. And after that, I have to write out my script. This is where I bring my thoughts together, making sure I explain what worked, what didn't work, and why the movie left an impact, whether it's positive or negative. After my script is done, I need to record my voiceover, making sure my delivery is clear, engaging, and full of personality. Then comes the editing process where I put everything together, footage, images, transitions, and background music if needed. Once the video is polished and ready to go, I have to export it. And after it's done, I can finally upload it to my channel. Since the movie reviews are going to be the easiest to make, I plan on uploading at least one movie review per day. This allows me to keep a consistent flow of content on my channel. The game reviews are going to take a little bit longer to produce, but I want them to be as detailed and engaging as possible. The first step is picking out the video game I want to play. My collection is full of AAA titles that a lot of people love, as well as some underrated gems that deserve more attention. After I decide on a certain video game, I have to play it while recording footage. And I want to showcase everything. The gameplay mechanics, the level design, the story moments, and anything that stands out. After capturing the footage, I have to do my research on a certain video game that I've just played. I need to look into the game's development, its reception, and any interesting facts about its creation. Next, I need to write out my script. I don't want my reviews to sound like a wiki guide. Instead, I'll be talking about why I love that certain video game, what makes it fun, and whether I would recommend it to others. Once the script is done, I need to add the gameplay footage, making sure the visuals match what I'm talking about. Then I need to record my voiceover, fine-tune the audio, and put the whole video together. And after a final check, I have to export it, and once it's done, I can finally upload it to my channel. Since editing the game reviews take the most time, I won't be able to upload them as frequently as movie reviews, but I'll make sure they're worth the wait. The TV show reviews are a bit different because they require watching multiple episodes first. First, I need to pick out the TV show I want to binge watch and review, and instead of covering an entire series at once, I'll just focus on specific seasons or episodes to keep things manageable. Once I've watched the necessary episodes of a certain TV show, I have to do my research on the show's production, cast, and any important background details. Just like with movies, I need to edit the footage carefully to avoid copyright issues, so I'm going to be using clips and images to illustrate my points. Then I need to write on my script, and after that, I have to record my voiceover, edit the footage, and add any extra effects or images. Then I can finally export the video and upload it to my channel. Since the TV show reviews are going to take a little longer to work on due to the number of episodes involved, I'll just release them when they're fully ready rather than on a strict schedule. The comic book reviews are going to be the easiest to make. First, I need to pick out which comic I want to talk about, whether it's a classic Marvel or DC issue, a storyline I love, or even a controversial comic worth discussing. Next, I have to read it either physically or digitally, depending on how I own the comic. While reviewing it, I'm going to be showing you images from the comic to help visualize the story and artwork. Then I have to write on my script, record the voiceover, edit the footage, export the video, and finally upload it to the channel. Since the comic book reviews are straightforward, I can make them as quickly as possible. Alright, now let's go over all of my gear and equipment. The camera that I'm using right now is my Android smartphone, the Samsung Galaxy A16. I'm also using a SinSign 62-inch tripod stand with a 12-inch LED ring light. For audio, I'm using the Blue Snowball Ice microphone alongside a pop filter. My laptop is the Acer Chromebook 315. I'm going to be using it for research as well as my reaction videos. When I'm about to start recording gameplay for game reviews and walkthroughs, I'm going to be using the AverMedia Live Gamer Portable 2 Plus capture card, which allows me to record gameplay at 1080p and 60 frames per second. I'm going to be using this while recording PlayStation 3 gameplay, and I'm also going to be using a microSD card to capture footage while recording gameplay, and I'm going to be recording PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 gameplay directly from my PS5. The consoles that I'm using right now are the PS3, PS4, and PS5. Additionally, I'm going to be using an HDMI splitter which allows me to bypass the HDCP signal while recording PS3 gameplay. And the one that I'm using is the Ore HDMI splitter. And while I'm doing my Let's Play walkthroughs and live streams, I'm going to be wearing my Phenom PS4 gaming headset. I'm also using a JSO on-the-go USB adapter. I can plug it into my phone and then plug it into my Blue Snowball Ice microphone, which allows me to record my audio. Alright, now let's take a look at the video editing software I'm using to edit my videos. The first one that I'm using is Microsoft Clipchamp. It includes tools for basic editing like trimming, cropping, and adding text, as well as more advanced features like AI-powered tools for voiceovers, subtitles, and background removal. The second one is VSDC Video Editor. It can process custom resolutions including high-resolution footage, 3D, and VR 360-degree videos. The software allows applying post-production effects, live color correction, and motion tracking. It supports virtual dub plugins and can capture videos from the screen. It can also record voiceovers, and it can save multimedia files to numerous formats, including those pre-configured for publishing on social media platforms. And the third video editing software tool that I'm using is CapCut. It supports basic video editing functions including trimming, splitting clips, and adding effects. It also includes a library of pre-made templates and a tool that generates editable video captions. And I'm also using Audacity to record and edit my audio clips. It's a free open source multi-track audio editor and recorder, and it's used for recording live audio, editing sound files, converting audio formats, and applying effects. Alright y'all, now let's talk about how long my reviews will be. I don't want my videos to drag on forever, so I'm setting specific time limits. The movie reviews will be around 20 minutes long. The video game reviews will range from 30 to 40 minutes since there's a lot to cover. The TV show reviews will be at least 20 minutes long depending on the season, and the comic book reviews will be around 10 to 20 minutes long. I'm gonna try and upload at least 7 videos every week. Every Monday through Friday, I'm gonna be uploading a few movie reviews and comic book reviews. And on Saturdays and Sundays, I'm gonna try and upload at least 1 TV show review and 1 video game review. I'm aiming to release 1 video every day. To make this work, I'm gonna keep my reviews simple and to the point. I don't want my videos to be over an hour long, because that could get boring. My goal is to keep my audience entertained and engaged. And I'm also going to add humor to my reviews. If I'm reviewing a movie I love, I'll express my passion and excitement. But if I'm reviewing a really bad, god-awful piece of shit movie, I'm going to rant and go all out, making sure that it's funny and entertaining. For the TV show reviews, I'm going to be focusing on the TV shows that I constantly binge watch. For the game reviews, I'm going to be covering my favorite titles and the ones that I think deserve more recognition. And for my comic book reviews, I'm going to be reviewing my favorite comic book story arcs from Marvel and DC. So those are my thoughts on how I'll be making all my videos on my YouTube channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And you can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram and like me on Facebook. Take care, and I'll see you guys later.